Hi everybody, welcome. Welcome back to Zoo Science. My name is Nikki, Community Education Coordinator here at the North Carolina Zoo. So today we're going to continue our science series. This one is the science of skin. More importantly, the science of amphibian skin. And by amphibians I mean our frogs, our toads, our salamanders. They're cute little salamanders because they have really special skin. So I don't know if you guys know what makes their skin so special, but they actually have what we call permeable, big science word, permeable skin, which means basically water and air or oxygen can actually go through in and out of their skin. So they can breathe and drink through their skin. Pretty amazing, right? So it's pretty cool that they have that skin, which is why you usually find frogs, toads, and salamanders either in water or under things where it's kind of moist and kind of wet, so they can use their skin, and their skin can stay permeable, and they can get oxygen, and they can get water where they need it, or release water if they need to also. So pretty amazing skin. And so how I do the science behind that, fun experiment, go home. Oh, you are home. Stay home and boil some eggs. And then take one egg, put it in vinegar. So this one I put in vinegar for about a day, a full day, overnight. And okay, so here's my egg I did not put in vinegar. If you guys can hear that, it's hard. This is my egg that's in vinegar. It is no longer hard. It is squishy. And almost kind of rubbery. And then I actually then put them in, for the next day, I put them in water with food coloring to kind of dye them, because we're going to do a little experiment on, this is what the permeable, kind of experiment with that permeable skin. So because your reptiles, your snakes, and those friends, our turtles and lizards and all those guys, their skin is covered in scales. So it's a lot harder. So not permeable at all like ours. And so this to me is like reptile skin. This is your amphibian skin. So this is harder. See if less things are going to go through it. So let's say you're fertilizing your yard and it rains. The fertilizer gets washed away from your yard into your gutter system or the street storm drains. And then that goes into a local river, lake, stream, pond, wherever, where your poor little frogs are living. And so, if they're living in kind of a polluted water, do you think that pollution will go through their skin? The snakes, probably not. Maybe the frogs and toads, so let's find out. So that's what the coloring is for, to see which one is going to actually let in that pollution through their skin. So this is what I did. I cut eggs in half. Reptiles, no pollution. You actually see it's white on the inside. That outer shell, it's pure white. So nothing got through that shell. Their scales protected them. The amphibians, you can kind of see that actually, if I peel back, look how rubbery that is. You can see all that pollution got through their skin and inside their body. So that is amphibian skin. So it was very permeable, let that pollution. So that's why it's very important for them to have a clean home. Now I have red fingers. A clean home. And so try to use less fertilizers and pesticides, and just be more aware of the chemicals that you use and where they end up. So that way you can save our amazing frog friends, and they can continue to let us know how healthy our environment is, because they're kind of those bioindicators. They're telling us how clean our world is. And so they're very important. Now, if you like playing with eggs, there's some other really cool things you can do. So what I did was I actually put eggs, raw eggs, I didn't boil them this time, and I put them in vinegar for about 5 days, I think it was, 4 or 5 days. You can even do it longer. And what's happening is the vinegar, which is kind of a little bit of an acid, and it reacts with the calcium on the shell, and it actually takes away the calcium, and it becomes clear. Isn't that cool? So now you have a almost clear egg, and if I left it in longer, it'd probably be even more clear. But what's really cool is if you do that, so for about, I don't know, a week or so, you can let it sit in vinegar. You might have to change out the vinegar every once in a while. And then what I did was just to kind of experiment to more with that permeability. I put this egg in just clean water, distilled water, for a day. Look how much water went inside that egg overnight. So that permeable skin let a lot of water in. But even cooler, I put another one, in some salt. And it's a little bit smaller. So it shrunk. It's coated in salt right now too. I wouldn't recommend eating these eggs. That's for sure. So the water that was in the egg is going to leave and go into the salt. And it's going to draw out the water from the egg. So a lot of cool experiments you can do with your eggs. Okay? So have fun. And you go bake some omelets. I don't recommend using these eggs though. All right, guys. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.